Alrighty, guys. All right, Wolfpack, how's it going? I want to talk to you guys. I want to have a little conversation about Love Bites, about the song Holy War, about what makes this song so good, why you like it so much. It's on just about everyone's top 10 list. I'm sure it's on yours. If not, then I'm sure it contends with something, right? I'm sure it was considered at one point. It is a solid song. My lighter's over there. So I guess no smoke here for this conversation. Look at that. Healthy choice made by pure accident. But this is a really cool song. I think cool really fails to really describe it. Right from the beginning, with that bold and beautiful, bright guitar tone coming in, introducing us. Now, the album version, the fanfare, the horns are a lot more noticeable than some of the live shows, right? And of course, I guess it changes depending on what live show you're talking about. But I think for the most part, yeah, I think everyone would agree the difference is usually there is noticeable. That in the studio version, the fanfare, horn stuff that you hear is much more noticeable there than you hear in the live version. And but I do like that a little bit there, and I think it adds to the kind of bold sound of the song. The song overall has like this very larger than life, bold expression. It is, in some ways, think about the song, it is very much a metal Watts, if that makes any sense. Now, hold on. I mean, the way the melody sounds, especially Asami's voice, very graceful melody there. And that's the element where I get kind of like a Watts influence there. Now, of course, the drumming pattern is not like that of a Watts, what you would expect. It's more of power metal, but cranked up to the next level, like massively upgraded. Like Haruna was, I see what you're doing, Halloween. Guess what? We're going to go even harder. I'm just using them as an example. They're really good. But you can mention any really noticeable or notable power metal band, okay? I think what Haruna does is pretty much her drumming dominates, but not in a way that overpowers other voices, other instruments in the song, but it creates like this foundation of just pure thunderous pounding energy, just creates this momentum. Combine that with the bass playing, with the gallop there, it is an energy that you hear, you recognize, and you feel it all the way through the song. Even if you don't like power metal, I think you would agree that the song maintains an energy throughout it. Like, it sticks to what it is. It is what it is. It's very bold and loud and proud to be like a very, I'm running out of words here, loud and expressive power metal song, okay? In some ways, it's kind of typical for a power metal song because it has what you would identify, what I identify as typically power metal, being something of a very positive, bright tones, kind of, the sort of melodies, the sort of sounds that inspire someone, right? Inspire confidence and motivate you to do things with a message of that's fitting for that with Holy War. I think there is a lot going on in this song that I think we take for granted. And I think those that listen to the song on a regular basis know what I'm talking about. And I think it's the reason why, if you just listen to it on occasion and it's on your top 10 list, why it's on your top 10 list. Because there's things that happen so fast and you may not even notice it. Like, even as I was listening to the song again, even the verse, a verse, typically in a metal band, when a verse is done, you just kind of have, backing guitar, palm muted, and drumming and bass, right? You have that, yes, and you have an intense gallop that's happening, nice momentum there, right? On top of that, though, you have these interesting things that occur, interesting things of like little moments, little breaks where someone, whether it be Midori or Miyako, will be adding in some flair into it, some hammer-on, some very moments, pockets of time where beautiful notes are sprinkled into the song at a fast pace. It goes by so quick, but it is definitely noticed. It is definitely noticed. Like I'm 100%. You notice those things, whether you realize it or not. And it's things like that, those extra little things that really, I think, make this song very stand out. Like, if other bands would have wrote this song, maybe it would have been a little bit more simple. I say that, but then again, the iconic power metal bands that we know of, like Iron Maiden and Halloween, and like they tend to include extra things, right? Well, Love Bites did it for this song, but I think even more. But then again, that might be biased because I'm a huge Love Bites fan and talk about Love Bites over here, okay? Regardless, I'll take the contest element out of this conversation. I'll just say I really enjoyed what I heard there, and I think it makes the song really good. That's what's important about it. And it is an element of the song that makes that verse that could have been a simple thing to something that's more dynamic, more expressive. And another thing I noticed was that when it's playing, the song doesn't break for anyone. And then if it does break, and there's brief moments where there is a brief break, and I mean a brief pause, they're done for dramatic effect. And that is about it. What I'm saying is everyone is holding their own. Asami doesn't have to catch up to the rest. She's holding her own. Her voice, her words are part of it. So, like, it's so woven in. It's so graceful. It is so beautiful there. It's like a work of art. And I think that's where I got the Watts impression. Hearing it again, I was like, there's something very, very classical about this composition, about this song, which I didn't look into who wrote the song or whatever, and I'm forgetting right now if it was Miyako or whoever, but whoever it was, I wouldn't be surprised if there was. I would not be surprised if there was some sort of classical influence into it. Because you can hear it. At least I can hear it anyway. Of course, another really cool thing about this song, the chorus is very big, very bold, and the verse goes right into it. The momentum, there is a brief moment where the song kind of changes a little bit, like a little, I guess you call it a bridge or whatever, kind of lead in, pre-chorus, the terminology there. And that is so cool what happens, As the music, as the beat kind of shifts a bit, so does Asami. Very smoothly. There is, listening to this song again, sometimes the singer will stop and let the guitar play. Let that rarely happens in this song. There's brief moments where it does, but that brief moment is really that brief moment leading up to the solo and then the solo portion. Okay, even when you consider the beginning and the end part too, but even at the end, Asami is still singing with them, right? I mean, it's very like when Asami stops, the song is about to wrap up and end too. So what I'm saying is everyone is like on this ride, on this beautiful, like amazing ride, and it's just so good. And the song doesn't pause for any one thing except for creating dramatic effect, having awesome moments where going to lead into a very, very well constructed, very beautiful solo that obviously, as solos tend to do, will borrow from the key notes of the song there and kind of build beautiful melodies off of that and kind of branch off. And the way they do that is so cool. Of course, watching it live, it's amazing to see Midori and Miyako work their magic and look so graceful while doing it, looking so elegant while doing it. And that's kind of like the bonus of watching them live on that there, right, with the aesthetics and all. Honestly, this song is just amazing. Like, you let me know if I hit on the key things for you of why this song stands out for you, why it's so good. It is a beautiful song. It's well composed. I like it a lot. It's what else could I say? Yeah, I think I said everything I needed to. But if there's something I missed, you let me know in the comments section. We'll have that conversation with it as well, or about it. Okay. With that said, you guys take it easy and have a good one.